One of the costs of being in a relationship or a marriage that is consistently and persistently chaotic, toxic, confusing, and abusive is the legacy that you leave for the children of that marriage. So on the Clock app, I saw this girl that was saying that she won't take marital advice from her mother because her parents' marriage is a failure, and she had asked her mom to leave, but the mom had refused to leave. According to her, she said it's a whole lot of Stockholm syndrome that is going on there. Okay. She went on to say that her father was 25 when he married their mother at 14. Okay. This young lady, I don't think she's anything more than 30s. So you'll find that in whatever era that was where they had her, it was still wrong to have married a 14-year-old. There's no circumstance where that was okay. Maybe in my own grandparents' time, my grandmom was a teenager. No, I can't remember the age now, but I heard that at least they waited until her period came in before any form of bedroom activity happened. It's still wrong. So you see, we need to be able to sit with ourselves and be honest about the parts where our parents, our forebears, didn't do too well. It makes sense to be able to call it out. It makes sense to be able to name it for what it is, okay? So now back to what I want to say, the costs of staying in a way that affects the children. You see, at the end of the day, we say that we stay for the children, but sometimes, many times, we're actually ruining the children by staying. And I know that these things are not black and white. These things are not so straightforward, right? That a woman can just up and go, especially when the finances are not solid, especially when there's no good support system. There's so many factors, okay? However, we need to remove these things from our head first, that staying is good for the children, okay? You need to have seen this girl talk. And in the comment section, brethren, there were people saying it as well, that look, their mother. And I know that many times people are going to come around and put it on the woman again. This is two people with a bad marriage, but it's the mother that is still bearing the burden. So what does that say to mothers, right? You owe it to yourself as much as you can and to your children to leave. When you're in a marriage that is shrinking you, when you're in a marriage that is you, when you're in a marriage that is crushing you, okay? You can see how it's still the mothers that are still at fault, okay? Right. So now in the comment section, there were people agreeing with this and saying that their mothers are the last people that they would take relationship advice from, because hello, how about your marriage? How about your relationship? I mean, how can you be inside a failing relationship and you're telling somebody about how to have a glorious relationship? No. Your credibility score there is on the ground. Yeah, I mean, you need to pick it up from the floor and, be somebody that your children can actually look up to with regards to relationship advice. Some people in the comments actually did say, okay, in spite of their mothers being in the bad marriages, the women were teaching them to do differently. Okay, well, that could work, but there's so much validation you give a bad situation when you're still there. no matter what you want to say, right? When you are telling a child, don't be like me, oh, I know, yeah, they can learn actually to not be like you from the situation you're in. You don't even need to tell them. But there's something about modeling what to do when they find themselves in that situation. You see, it's very, very easy to say, oh, don't be like me, until they're in that kind of situation, right? And then all they know, all the pattern that they know is to stay, to conform, be subjugated, be subdued, be quieted, to disappear. This is what they saw. This is what they're witnessing. This is the normal for them. So what material do they have, to do different? What are you equipping them with? If you, the mother, the parent, is inside it, you're going to make it look like it's the normal thing. You can say one thing, but man, you're actually being a hypocrite in that moment. This is not to say that if you can't leave, you can't talk to your children. No, do go ahead. But if you can't leave, then you need to actually be doing as you say, not just say, do what I say, without actually being what you say. Okay. So now I'm going to read to you some of the comments I saw there. And hopefully it's a bit of an eye-opener for people that say that people should stay for the kids. No, you're not. You're actually doing them a disservice. Okay? And you're making yourself out to be somebody that they will not trust with regards to relationships. All right, let's go there. My mom was pressuring me about marriage, so I told her, let people in happy marriages advise me on marriage. That ended the conversation immediately. Oops, I would not want to be this mother this right here minute. Oh my God. Next one. I'll never take marital advice from my parents. I don't even tell my mom about my relationships. You can imagine losing the ear of your child because she sees you in your circumstance, and she does not want a repeat of that circumstance. Yet another one, I'll take my mom's advice every day. She deleted and leveled up so fast. Okay, I like this one. This was music to my ears. This is the game, okay? Next one. Mine left him and I'm super proud of her. One thing I'm sad about is she didn't leave him on time, but I'm glad she finally did. So you can imagine that it's the children that are rooting for you to leave and leave quickly, okay? If you can leave, yeah, leave.